where you can get control, but because your wave clear is so poor, you rarely are going to be in that situation, and unless you can really kind of be outplaying. And Palafox here going towards the Rise, so it is going to be able to give them some ability to play.
What we expected here, as we see Sniper and Fudge going at it. That's one of the more interesting matchups to me, as we see.
Ooh, we're scrapping quite a bit down here. Seos at about 200 HP. Flash in from Ayla for the first blood. 100.
Survive to scale and to look to go forward.
Okay, we've got a potential 3v3 down here in the bot side river. Ayla has got to be careful. Contracts is first into the mix. A Realm Warp is about to arrive as well. Palafox grabbing the kill on Ayla as Contracts tries to get away, but it's a 1-for-1 trade as the aggro now turns back onto River, and he'll be removed from the rift by B-Boy. Now FBI's got to try to get away, but Shopify Rebellion are not looking to let him get there. A little bit more damage will do it, and Palafox is getting paid. In time to stop him from claiming any of them early on, but he still wants to see if maybe he can get one of them in smite range, but no, not quite. The patience lost on all three of the grubs as Contracts, B-Boy, and Seos will now take control over the pit. They want to try to secure this first one without the smite, make sure that they still have that to fight for the remaining ones. They will do just that. One grub over to Shopify, as now they're going to continue to look for the next. It's everybody from Shopify already here. First two grubs down, no smite used. This should be a 3-grub play for the Rebels, but what is the cost after? Seos wants to go in, but he ain't going to find it. Ayla with the counter engage, but now he's all alone. Shopify Rebellion with a full-on 5v5. Fudge taken very low, but he ain't dead yet. River trying to get away now as well. Into the back line goes Sniper to find the kill onto Fudge as River stays alive too. And 100 Thieves just hit him straight in the mouth. The grubs might have gone the way of Shopify Rebellion, but the Thieves have a cleaner 5v5.
Yeah, that was almost a little too late from 100 Thieves, as we see. Palafox might be in trouble.
Well, they kind of get sectioned off, but we're back to live.
Something's got to be happening, and it's River in danger. Flashes over the wall to barely escape. One more auto attack from even the Dragon would have finished the job there, but Shopify Rebellion are going to take control over this pit. They got all three of the grubs. Now they're going to grab this Drake too for neutral objective control.
Yeah, and that's
very late. And it feels like this time they are just going to give it up. Sniper is basing, Quid is just now TPing, so actually they're going to try to contest, but it's too late.
Okay, River's stepping up, but the Herald already slain and claimed by Contracts and Shopify Rebellion. Defensive's in, ulti immediately though as the engage comes out from Ayla. Seus is about to die already, and now Contracts in the middle of 5 will not survive. Double kill over to the Wolf as Palafox has to head for the hills.
No flash.
River's in the pit chasing after him, and now the Rise is dead as well. 100 Thieves, they reprise their...
Right, so if they all agree, all right, it's not a misplay, we just don't win the fights, then you have to think about, all right, how do we actually play out the rest? And that is generally going to mean more towards the side lanes. You can see immediately Fudge in the top lane, Palafox in the bot lane, and I think we might see them commit more heavily to that. Park B-Boy mid, try to look for 1v1s where the Senna ult can actually make a difference in that, or you can find...
Responding on top side, dropping Herald up here. Sniper is not going to be able to defend this.
Gold.
Yeah, nicely done from Shopify to get a massive surge of gold.
These fights is River getting in, and also I do think Sniper, to your point, has been doing...
B-Boy in some danger immediately. River diving in on top of him with the help of Ayla and FBI to get a quick kill on the Senna.
Exactly like that. I was going to set it up, but no. River just killed someone for me
River
instead.
did it first.
Shopify scrambling to try to defend the tier 1 turret now, though, as another wave of minions from 100 Thieves about to crash into that. Down to about 1/3 HP on the mid lane tier 1, but top side, it's Sniper putting in an equal amount of work on that tier 1, and nobody from Shopify is around to stop him. So as soon as the Gwen takes that, the gold lead is right back up to almost 3,000.
Really crucial difference maker in them.
B-Boy actually elected to go for the Black Cleaver second, so a little bit more utility there. They have a lot of physical damage and might be able to actually get Quid here.
Oh, if that last Q would have hit, he could have been in such a solid spot to make this happen. Fudge still wants it. He's going all the way forward. And the Fudge factor is there for the kill of the enemy mid laner, but now they got to be careful. Contracts stuck in a bad spot as Sniper arrives to cut him up, and it looks like Shopify is still going to have to settle for just a 1-for-1.
It is a 1-for-1, but they do get the shutdown.
On the map,
I mean,
so
that's what happens happens when your team has push in all the lanes, right? When you have push, you can collect all the flowers. When you're winning the lanes, you get to collect all the flowers. So they don't want to just give this up, but it's going down in a hurry. Can 100 Thieves actually stop them?
Okay, Shopify have already got the Otacon down to about 3,000 HP. They need to finish it off before their opponents can get in and try to do anything about it, though. Contract's already taking the Otacon.
More XP, more adaptive force. So now it is almost 30 adaptive force, plus all of the experience, nearly 900 experience across the entire team. But they've been winning the fight. This time they were late to the objective, but they couldn't actually get the fight. They weren't able to stop the Realm Warp from going through. Maybe they could have won that fight and just kind of made it the same thing again, but you got to be there on time.
If you're 5 minutes late, it's problematic. If you're an hour late, you just missed the whole event. And that was the case there with the Otacon as Sniper is in some danger. Seo's leading the charge. The Hallowed Mist has already been used, and the CC is enough to lock him up, but not enough to guarantee the kill until B-Boy gets in there with a dawning. Thieves with only 4 men to defend. They will not be able to protect this objective. And Shopify.
It's really been Shopify ever since that first fight.
Palafox.
Uh-oh, Palafox caught by a Zenith Blade. Yes, he's going to use the stasis to buy a little bit more time, but he flashes out of the way, and Contracts tries to protect him, but 100 Thieves just sends more men. Meanwhile, Shopify trying to get one back as River gets the reset of the ulti, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Fudge looking for an opportunity here, but no Narbar means
started, and they know about it.
Okay, let's see if Shopify can get in there and make this fight happen. 100 Thieves immediately turning off the objective to go for the fight itself, but a nice Dawning Shadow over the top from B-Boys looking to keep those Shopify Rebellion health bars protected. Contract's already down, but he's the only one. Seo's isolated from the rest of the team as River goes for the ulti reset to look to finish him off. A little bit more damage will do it, but he can't quite find it as Fudge jumps forward, chasing after Sniper and Quid, who are both almost dead, and Palafox is going to grab the kill on the enemy mid laner. Ayla and FBI isolated back in the river as Sniper tries to find his escape route. He might just be able to sneak his way out, and he'll cut Seos down on the way. River continues running, and Fudge continues chasing. The last Q doesn't find him in the air, and River might just escape over the wall. Seos, the most forward of the Shopify side. Fudge has no Narbar at all. He needs to charge this up a lot faster than it's currently going, as Sniper has already used the Hallowed Mist, and now Seo's ready to re-engage. Sniper is locked up here on the front line, gonna buy a little bit more time with the stasis of his own as River barely gets away. The Drake is claimed by Contracts. Nobody's dead so far as Palafox and Contracts try to go in, but they've only delivered themselves into doom, or have they? Fudge is ready to go to follow it up as Sniper barely stays alive with the Mist, trying to get back away. Palafox staying alive here once again with a nice use of the hour. Seos on the way. FBI and River, they do the Baron slowly, but they're not willing to back away here just yet. B-Boy and Seos making their way forward. The Baron's down to 3,000. River and FBI are getting dangerously close to this objective, and B-Boy and Seos are not close enough to try to stop it. The Baron secured by 100 Thieves.
I know,
How are you turning 3 kills from the fight into the 4?
Yeah.
Well, it's because there's 4 on his screen. He's got 4 kills total. The earlier one was just a down payment. They need Contracts to pop off. Like, he's such an engine for the team that when he has a game where he's not effective that much early on, you end up with situations like this. Now he's getting jumped on again, but he does a nice job disengaging. Fudge with a 2-man Mega Gnar into the wall as Shopify may have found a moment to get there and engage. Ayla and River are looking to run away as FBI's down to 200 HP, but he's got the range to still contribute to the fight. Palafox in a 1v2 up on the north half of things as Ayla's going to get dropped, but 100 Thieves scramble to look to take down the Rise. B-Boy nearly gets one shot by the 4th shot as Sniper and Quinn
on the back half of this, but I mean, it's just really tough
this 4th shot
to see.
Again, because B-Boy's count is just not there. 100 souls for Senna at 36 minutes into the game is not a ton, as now Seos might be caught out here. Nice solar flare lands, and that secures the kill on the support right as Baron spawns. Now Shopify are staring down the barrel of a 4v5 against a 100 Thieves team that really wants the objective. Quid's going for an early recall. Oh no, Contracts! That could be a fatal mistake as everybody on 100 Thieves dives in, and with the jungler dead,
it's going to be so difficult for Shopify to even have a realistic chance at the next dragon now. That was a really big play for them. 7,000 ahead now. They can. He doesn't know if they're just instantly burning the Baron or not. Felt he had to get over there, gets caught, means the Baron does go down.
Okay, 7,000 gold lead for 100 Thieves as they'll force down the tier 2 turret here in the top lane. That is all 6 turrets outside the base of Shopify Rebellion, claimed by 100 Thieves. They've got the Baron for the next almost 2 minutes to try to siege these tier 3s. You can see that one there in mid lane, down to about 1/3 health now as Fudge tries to move up, deal with these cannon minions, get those out of the way. The rest of the Rebels scrambling to try to find some sort of an opportunity here as Ayla and River just move through the enemy jungle, make sure that they're ready to assist either top or mid lane as FBI keeps the wave pushed up in top side. Solar Flare lands there onto B-Boy, but it's not going to do a whole lot more. Seos in the front line as immediately Palafox and Contracts try to come in with the Realm Warp. They want the damage on the FBI. They need a little bit more to find it, but they aren't quite going to get him. Finally, it lands and FBI is shut down. 2 kills over to Shopify Rebellion thanks to the Realm Warp onto the AD carry. Fudge wants more. Looking for Quid here with a Mega Gnar into the wall. Quid tries to flash, but it doesn't get enough distance. Nice.
It's so impactful. It's the highest win rate Soul in solo queue. I think it is insane in pro, especially when you have a champion like Senna now this fed. And finally, B-Boy is
just like, all right, we're still in there. And you know what? Shopify Rebellion will happily collect that Cloud Soul for themselves.
To stay alive and buys time for everyone to pile in. We're back to live. We're fighting.
Done. Fudge trying to get away here at Sniper. Jumps in, but now we've got a bit of a problem here on the front line as Seos is taking some damage. FBI under pressure from Contracts as he goes into the back line looking for the carry. Seos is down to Quid, but now you got a problem as FBI has already lost his Guardian Angel and everybody on Shopify is into the back line. A lot more damage on the Sniper looking to take him low, but he ain't going to die just yet because he's going Golden Fudge with a nice wallop to permanently kill FBI this time. But it's River and Ayla making the fight happen. Fudge and B-Boy cannot scramble enough. The dog is barking and he chows down on Shopify Rebellion. River's the hero of the day. And 100 Thieves is going to the base.
There's 40 seconds. It's just 2 of them, but can they actually end? We'll see how much they're going to go for. At the very least, they're going to get double inhib. The question is, do they think they can try to go for the end? They're not actually protecting the cannon, so I think they're just going to go for double inhib. They're not going to likely try to end this, but that is still a massive fight. They kill B-Boy. They get his GA. They kill him again from a position here where we were just talking about Shopify being in control. Palafox realm warping Fudge into the backline, getting a Mega Gnar on 2-3 members. It looked like it was all going their way, but River is...
Also, you can see the frustration on Revan's face there from that situation that they were in. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. We're a family-friendly show here most of the time, as we do have a Baron claimed without
end up winning the fight. Every time Shopify are in a good position, especially with this composition, 100 Thieves end up getting a pick onto them, but I think 100 Thieves should be in control of their own destiny here.
Oh, immediately Quid gets jumped on. Palafox finds a ton of damage, but the stasis is going to protect Quid long enough for him to flash back over the wall and somehow stay alive. Shopify still scrambling to find a little bit more damage as Contracts finishes off the mid laner. But what about the rest of the fight? Contracts are going to keep
to this point where you're in 1v9 territory at 150 stacks.
Oh, immediately Seos though going in for the engage. That is a massive, massive catch. That is FBI. That is the strongest player on 100 Thieves.
So, like, nothing should beat this composition at this point in the game.
Palafox isn't here.
Shopify Rebellion starting it up. Palafox may not be around, but he's ready to teleport into the fight now as a bunch of damage. Once again, onto a valuable member as Sniper is down. Ayla will be the next to fall. Shopify Rebellion have a 5v2. They're going to secure the Elder Dragon and then begin their push. FBI will be alive to stop them shortly, but Ayla and Sniper are both dead for the better part of a minute. There's no way for River to get anywhere close to this Elder Dragon. And let's
50% of your HP on squishy targets. It is going to be insanely hard to actually defend the base.
All right, Shopify with that push. Palafox coming down to join everybody else now. Remember that Rise also with a Realm Warp. You can use this to end the game in a position that otherwise it might not seem like you can. We'll keep an eye on how he uses that, if he uses that. Shopify still with their push. It's 5 seconds until Ayla and Sniper are alive again. Fudge has just transformed back from Mega, but Shopify want to keep the pressure on. They know they have the Elder Dragon and they know how valuable that is. They don't want to overcommit into the Nexus turrets. They're going to have to wait for the next minion wave and it's about to march down mid.
All they need to do is just play around B-Boy. Just block for B-Boy, allow him to step forward and auto them, make sure they can't get engages onto him.
All right, the push continues. That first Nexus turret is about to die. B-Boy will take it down with the last auto attack, so now only one left. Solar Flare only connects him to Seos. That is not a good enough target when the enemy team has Elder. Fudge goes in for the Mega Gnar, but it's not very mega at all. Meanwhile, Sniper destroyed as Fudge collects the kill. Quid's gonna be the next to drop. Shopify Rebellion's killing everybody. It's River and FBI scrambling to try to get the fight back, but River is not strong enough. Not anymore. The Elder is the final execution, and Shopify Rebellion take game one.
Shopify Rebellion draw first.
Really little engaged compared to like a Azir comp.
Yeah, and there's Emilio. I mean, it's all in Annie. Palafox has to do all the engage.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot on Palafox's shoulder and also a lot in B-Boy's shoulder to kind of walk up, being willing to take
Send this one
trade.
straight back to the casters.
It is always interesting to hear what the coaches think after a long game like that, but Sniper could be in some trouble here.
Yeah,
he just saves Pillar.
Contracts looking to take a chomp out of him, saving Pillar until the flash from the 100 Thieves top laner, but he's not even going to use it. He knows Rebellion are not willing to let it go. Remember that Contracts is ulti specifically ready to counter River. The teleport is available for Sniper, but not for Fudge. This is a pretty big deal if one of those top laners gets involved and the other one cannot follow. But the first grub has already gone the way of the Rebels. Second grub going to do the same as they're trying to, you can see them just scrambling a little bit further, slowly inching their way away from the pit, as now they will.
Because York really doesn't do anything if he's not winning side lanes, so sometimes it's better just keep pounding in that 1v1.
Ooh, Palafox getting dove. Nice engage coming out from River, but it's not enough to immediately get the kill. Palafox still tries to escape, but because
There's kind of more on Palafox to be able to make things happen on this Annie. If the Azir that outscales you is already ahead, he is just in a really good position.
Yeah, this is going to end up being 2 plays for Snipers. We see River looking in mid lane.
Ooh, immediately hits the ulti. Seos could be in a little bit of danger here, but B-Boy's also going to be a target. Nice use of the Breath of Life there from Seos, though, to put B-Boy in a spot to fire back. Ayla down to 100 HP, and B-Boy shoots right through him. Nice little bit of a stun there from River at the very end to maybe go for a stun. Oh, but now we already got another fight. Seos in danger. No way to get away from this one. 100 Thieves get their plays, do have their teleports, but Sniper is almost level 11, not quite there. The level 2 ulti could be a big deal as immediately River goes for the engage, and they find a lot of CC onto Seos. He pops the Breath of Life, but he's already low on HP. B-Boy wants to try to turn it around and go for the damage onto FBI. Instead, he needs a little bit more there with the Piercing Light, but now with the rest of the fight, Palafox has found his way in, and the Feat of Warfare is claimed by Fudge. Sniper on the run with only 200 HP left, and Shopify Rebellion are going to find a stun onto the Fantasy, or the Ultra Mega Fire Kick, not enough to guarantee warfare. And now with the Rift Herald earned, they will claim defeat of neutral objectives as well and secure themselves the empowered boots.
Secure that first turret before they even do that, right? So they get it. Yeah, they get it right off the bat as well. Fight 1, Herald claim, mid-tier 1 chewed through. That was really landing some crucial stuns on Annie, despite the fact that they really did take advantage of his flash being down, right? They were able to kill him off inside lanes. Palafox being able to step up for this team would be massive.
I mean, that's something about Annie. No matter how far down you get, you still have point and click CC,
True.
right? Like, you still are going to have that. And now they're going to crash this in for the tier 2, get a lot of damage down on it, and they should be able to finish it up. I mean, Trundle and Yorick are 2 of the fastest turret killers in the game. They're going to crush towers when they have the chance.
Trundle, Yorick, and another game where you got all 3 grubs. It's feeling great for building these gold advantages through these side lane pushes. And the gold advantage for Shopify is just about 2,000. Will be reduced down to about 1K after Quid claims that turret there on the top side. Meanwhile, Contract's in a fight in the enemy jungle. He's got Palafox and Seos right beside him, but he's got Sniper coming up right behind them. The Croc in some trouble as Ayla goes back in for the counter engage. The calling from B-Boy flies out as Ayla jumps over the wall with a grand exit.
You know, not only does he have a big CS advantage, not only are they putting all that pressure, yeah, you traded tier 2s, but one tier 2 went all to the Azir, and the other was split opportunity to try to carry himself as well.
And just as you're saying that, he is going to be able to take down this tier 1 topside turret really easily. Nothing Snipicon.
Otacon started up. Last time around, 100 Thieves weren't close to it. They were across the map dealing with the Dragon since the Otacon was topside. This time around, same story can't be told. Keep your eyes on Quid for 100 Thieves. That's the man to watch. Teleport's coming in from both sides. Palafox in the brush, but he's going to be found out by Quid before he can get the angle that he's looking for. Sniper arrives, immediately has to slice and dice back away. Tibbers about to fall, but barely snaps right back to reality as Sniper wants to flash forward, but he gets locked up as he tries to do it. The Otacon's down to 2,000 HP. It's going to be claimed by Contract. contracts by Shopify. Ayla dies in supportal combat, and 100 Thieves is looking to fall back to the safety of the Sun Disc, but it's not going to be there any longer. FBI falls. Fudge takes the kill, and B-Boy ain't done yet. He's going straight in for Quid with a piercing light. A couple more shots will get it done, and Lucian's pursuit finds his man. 100 Thieves lose 3, make it 4. Shopify Rebellion crush. A little bit of damage, but nothing extreme just yet. Sniper looking for the opportunity of a pincer attack. Fudge tags him though, and they have eyes on the enemy top laner. With Fudge chasing him out, Sniper is no longer in a position to find that flank. Instead, he has to defensively use Dominus just to stay alive. Palafox going in. They find the stun on a Quid. They need more damage to finish him off, but Quid is a massive Shurima shuffle. B-Boy's already got the killing spree though, and 100 Thieves are shot to pieces. Triple kill of the B-Boy. Shopify Rebellion are slamming this game. Sniper is the only man left alive. He runs into enemy fog to try to get away, but it may just be a delayed death as Fudge finds him and buries him with the shovel.
Fudge takes him down, and Shopify
redemption for his poor performance in game number 1, as he is confident moving forward to be the front line here for the team in this one, calling from B-Boy to force back 100 Thieves. FBI's about to die. Seos takes the kill. FBI dies before his ulti is back off cooldown from the previous fight. The barrier's not enough. Sniper's into the Shopify lines, but he's all alone. It was just a free kill gifted over. Quid is about to die now as well as B-Boy charges in. Ayla falls again. River and Quid can't do a damn thing, and Shopify Rebellion are marching down 2 lanes. Fudge has more minions that are normally allowed on Summoner's Rift all in one place with grubs and ghouls and everything else. They're going to shove down top lane, and Shopify are going in for a potential game-ending push. The minion wave is spawning, but it does not matter. River was taking the red buff, and Quid and River will scramble to try to defend. The Sejuani trapped inside of the Yorick cage, forced to use the Arctic Assault to escape. The cozy campfire going to keep everybody nice and topped off on HP as Shopify Rebellion make their retreat, happy with what they want.
The most hilarious thing about that was just Yorick split pushing bot, right? They're winning the fight.
There was a fight going on, but Contracts, you know, I don't think it was a snub that didn't get All-Pro, but he played really well and was catching a lot of votes. It was kind of between him and River, I think, a lot of time.
Okay, immediately though, Ayla in some danger. Shopify have lost their carry. This could be the angle for 100 Thieves. Fudge is about to die now too, but he survives with 200 HP. Sniper and Ayla are already both down, so River, Quid, and FBI have got to be a little bit careful here. They got B-Boy, and that's critical, but Shopify Rebellion are looking for a little bit of revenge. Palafox goes in, needs the stun, but he ain't gonna find it here just yet. River with a little bit more damage takes out the enemy mid laner, but they have lost FBI as the trade, so a 1-for-1 on the back end of a 2-for-1. It's still more dead on the 100 Thieves side, but at least they got the shutdown on B-Boy. Problem is, the consequences keep on coming as River dies with a delayed death.
Right? I think Palafox has been doing a really good job with these Annie Suns to set them up as well. And even when B-Boy ends up going down early, this Yorick and this Trundle are absolutely doing work.
Fudge going right back to where he belongs, marching down the side lane on the Yorick, causing a problem. Everyone else will take the opportunity to set up their positions closer to the bottom side river. This is a Mountain Soul if it is secured by Shopify Rebellion. They have secured all 3 Drakes thus far, and nobody on 100 Thieves is going to stick around to do anything about it right now as Quid and Ayla try to fight in the 2v1, make it a 3v1 against Fudge. Finally, the Yorick has overextended. They will get the punish. They will get the first kill on Fudge this game from a shutdown of 1,000 gold, but it costs a Mountain Soul.
Yeah, I was going to say, has he
That will give them some sort of an in if they can find that perfect fight.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're able to find it. B-Boy already throwing the culling out, kind of clear for a little bit of damage to be done on this bot inhib turret. But meanwhile, Fudge is just absolutely a monster on this Yorick.
Now the big thing here, River does not have Glacial Prison. Remember, he used it earlier in that scrap with B-Boy and Seos when he got cut out a little bit near the mid lane River. As we do have the mid lane inhibitor now destroyed. Bottom lane tier 3 turret about to fall now. 100 Thieves still don't have their engage button. River's still got a few more seconds to go, and it means they don't have any chance to try to stop the Rebels. Shopify are going to claim the bot lane inhib. Fudge is going to retake the top inhib as soon as it respawns, and it's now double super minions, every lane, every wave that 100 Thieves have to try to deal with. They're going to take up a defensive posture. They've only got one team fight left. If they lose it, they're out of this game. And Shopify will move up to a 2-0 lead. Maiden going to tank a lot of damage here at the very beginning. Only the one Nexus turret still standing here to try to stop Shopify Rebellion. As River on the front line gets a chomp taken out of him, but no commit from Shopify here just yet. They'll continue posturing, pressuring River. Again, just losing little bits of health. Palafox gets stunned as he wants to go in. As Ayla tries to find some damage into the back line, and Palafox is going to drop, but River dies just the same. Sniper and Quid both on retreat now, as FBI is still firing. B-Boy gets knocked up into the air, but Ayla's not going to get enough from it. The calling finds Ayla, the calling finds Sniper. FBI goes in for the hero play to stop B-Boy, but you've still got 3 more Rebels pushing towards the base. It's Quid in a 1v3 to try to save the game, but Fudge is just too strong. Contracts and Seos will finish the job, and Contracts dances on their grave. Shopify Rebellion go to match point. Okay. So gonna go with the Smolder here for FBI, going for the scaling, going for that powerful poke with a true damage burn.
It's an answer for those frontliners. It's also something where you can stack off of the Mundo and the Ornn a lot if there are skirmishes.
The first neutral objective might have changed the story in this third game compared to the first 2, but the second neutral objective will not. That is now 3 games for 3.
Right, together with the Jace, will they be able to actually put enough damage onto what Shopify have gotten?
Oh boy, a massive amount of burst onto Sniper, kills him. FBI away, just try to harass that Smolder a little bit, as Contracts and Seos will have more than enough damage to secure this Drake and guarantee that 100 Thieves aren't stacking anything.
96 at 1521.
So yeah, he's about 3/4 of...
A little behind.
3/4 of the way to where he should be. As you can see, the Wind Slash for that. So if he wants to try to go back and heal, teleport in to join a fight, maybe he could, but the objective is already gone before the fight even starts. Shopify Rebellion.
This bot side for Fudge's Ornn. Nothing that Sniper is going to be able to do about that, but watch it die in front of him.
Items, so they do have that going for them. We'll see if they can make it happen.
Okay, Shopify Rebellion grouped up as 5. They're going to use the Herald as the distraction in mid while the Dragon fight is going to begin. Dragon down to about half HP already. Ayla looking for his opportunity to maybe go in as 100 Thieves still working on the Drake. Ayla zoning everybody away as Mom flies through, but immediately on the front line, the Alistar ain't going to survive. Fudge barely gets himself out. Sniper's about to die, and Contracts just needs one more hit to do it. Seos with a beautiful job peeling, protecting Palafox, and his amazing job in this fight as immediately Contracts goes back in for the double kill. 100 Thieves.
Kills off the bat.
Yeah, and off the backside, we then see Contracts basically sitting on Sniper's head, sit on top of Ribbon until she died, basically zoning her out from being able to do anything. She'd already kind of gone in.
And when you're TL looking ahead, you're thinking about some of the struggles that they've had on the top side. That could be a problem there. Shopify really are looking threatening. They're on the Otacon. They're trying to put the finishing touches in.
They've already got it down below half HP, and the enemy jungler is now at 1/3. 100 Thieves have got to be desperate. They got to be looking for something. Sniper wants to come around on the pincer attack. River is going in with only 150 HP. Contracts also incredibly low as River is already dead to the ulti coming out from Fudge. Shopify Rebellion are too far ahead. Ayla's going to die next. Sniper's counter.
He's halfway to 14. It's just going to get worse.
And now B-Boy and Seos looking for Quid. Chains of Corruption won't find him, but the Pop Blossom will. Follows it up with the Tangle Barbs for a rain of arrows. Shopify favored as they controlled things from the start. This third game is just public embarrassment for 100 Thieves as Shopify Rebellion will silence all those claims about 100 being the better team that should have been in the upper bracket. Shopify looking to bust into the base, not even 23 minutes into the game. The tier 3 inhibitor turret is down before the Baron can even spawn.
I mean, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, you're looking at Smolder. It's like, all right, he almost got his stacks. Surely that's going to see something. But he doesn't even have 2 items.
Okay, Palafox and Seos, they get jumped on by River, but is it really that much of a consequence? Ayla's looking to join up and put some of the damage threat in here. Ayla on top of B-Boy needs to lock him up a little bit better, but Sniper makes his way into the fight only to just about be dead. River still trying to lock up B-Boy, and finally they get the kill. Onto the AD carry, FBI still spitting at him. Quid needs a little bit more opportunity to do some damage as Fudge and Contracts are soaking a lot here on the front line. Palafox with another death laser, but he ain't gonna find enough damage. FBI, that's your big factor here. There's low health bars on Shopify all around, but they're trying to be careful. Seos with the flash away as Quid tries to go to the skies as Fudge and Contracts fire back. Shopify Rebellion will decide that discretion is the better part of valor and walk away for now, except Contracts is already back to full HP. Mundo may still try to go where he pleases. 100 Thieves still working on the Drake. It's not going down particularly fast, but it will go over to the Thieves.
And that is a max bounty there, 1,000.
Not be on soul point by the time the next Drake comes up. Sniper is going to be able to take this turret down.
But what about Sniper himself? Fudge is trying to guarantee some sort of a punish here. Riven is hyper mobile, but a nice knock up there from Fudge at the very end. The clap, not quite enough, but the burn from the Sunfire Cape gets it done. If he wants to have any chance of his team moving on to a Game 4 and staying alive here in the Split 2 playoffs, Shopify moving into the top side, jungle 100 Thieves now as Mom comes in. B-Boy's trying to get away, but the Maokai ulti finds him. B-Boy's already down as soon as the fight starts up, but now Sniper's gonna dive back and trade. River's knocked up into the air. Contracts is going where he pleases, and it's straight to the heart of 100 Thieves. He finally dies, but the Chaos Storm is a tornado. And the Baron's down to about half HP. 100 Thieves, they know they got to contest this. You cannot afford to give this away. River without the flash throws the ulti over the wall. Contracts still on the Baron, looking to keep this one secured. It is smited and secured by Contracts as they cannot get a kill with the Riven. And a massive Pop Blossom onto 3 comes out from Seos before he falls. Quid's the next to die, and Ayla can't put the pressure onto B-Boy. Fudge and Contracts are strong enough to kill FBI on their own, and River's the only man left standing on 100 Thieves as Shopify Rebellion will find their ace. They will find their Baron, and with 30 seconds on death timers, they are marching straight into the base of 100 Thieves. You just have Mundo tank up everything. You don't need to worry about needing another wave. Shopify Rebellion are on the victory push, 19-5. The first 2 games already in their pocket. The third one going the same way. It was not a fluke. They're the better team. They're gonna clean sweep 100 Thieves straight out of the playoffs. Shopify Rebellion 3-0.
Shopify heard 100 Thieves talk and said, who? Us? We are the better team. We absolutely deserve to be here. Just excellent stuff from them all around. I loved so many of these champion picks, these compositions they were able to put together. We talked about the top side doing super well. I also want to call out Palafox, right? Like, I've been one of, I feel, his biggest critics this season thus far. Showed up massive today.
Second career pentakill for Palafox. What a way to end it. A clean sweep over 100 Thieves.
So
you get a
happy for them.
pentakill in the final game. Shopify ramping up at just the right time. They got knocked down by FlyQuest, but they sweep the lower bracket, and they're going to be ready for their matchup against Team Liquid now, as they prove themselves one of the top 4 teams.
And if I'm TL, I'm a little concerned by some of the things that Shopify was throwing out here, right?
All right, let's find out exactly how Shopify's doing as we join Kobe and Fudge and Palafox on stage for the interview.
Thank you. Yes, I actually got you guys a present for your 3-0 sweep of 100 Thieves. It is a designer box of fudge. This is very high quality fudge. Very expensive LA fudge.
I'm not gonna eat it because I'm on a diet, but
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I promise, it's really good. Okay, you got a pentakill though.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard some of the comms listen-ins, but what was going through your head when you got that?
Sick to always get a penta, but I don't know, it's just nice to have a clean 3-0. I feel like we played pretty well in this series compared to our previous ones, and yeah, we actually progressed the game. That's like all that's in my mind. I don't really care about the penta, but you know?
Got that win. I mean, 100 Thieves have been talking a lot of trash too. Talking about the last time you guys beat them, and they deserve to be in the upper bracket. Any response now that you guys really have been scaling, and there's no question left after a 3-0?
I mean, I think they've always been coping quite a bit with the record thing of like, oh, it should have been top 4. I mean, realistically, we played against them, we beat them. That's why we were top 4, and then we 3-0'd them now. So, I mean, I feel bad for them. Obviously, losing and ending your season doesn't feel well, so I won't shit talk them or anything, but GG to Snipes.
GG, well played. I mean, What has been the main improvement within this team? Because obviously it definitely has been a struggle, throughout this year to get to this point. But you really do seem to be scaling.
I think that we're just playing more as a team, and I mean, you can see it in our losses even leading up. We're just having a hard time progressing the game. And today I feel like we had a clear plan, and we didn't really even in the Rise Senna game that we played, we just were okay giving things, okay scaling, and then just took good team fights. So I think before in the past, we probably wouldn't have done that. We just would have thrown it down the drain. But yeah, it just feels good.
Nice job cleaning it up. And you guys are looking at Team Liquid in the future. Any thoughts for your future matchup?
I mean, Impact was third team All-Pro, so it'll be a very hard match, but I have pretty good confidence against Team Liquid.
All right, good luck and congratulations one more time. Thank you for the interview. There you go. You can keep that.
Thank you.
Send it back to the
Yeah, mark Riven, guys.
Yeah, look Riven. Can we kill Riven or no?
Yeah, can.
Yeah, kill Riven
Just
and
keep
play
fighting.
around the big top. Play around big top.
We win.
Yeah,
we do.
Malphite, no flash.
I'm
Malphite, no
going.
flash.
Chase them.
Jace, no flash, guys. Jace, no flash. His mother, no flash. Jace, no flash. Smart, no flash. What the?
I'll give you a pet.
Kill internet. I think Nash, right?
Pentakill and a 3-0. We were all wrong.
Everyone.
Everyone was wrong.
Everyone.
No one predicted right.
No. I jumped off the bandwagon a week too early. I predicted them to beat Team Liquid, they got slammed, and I hard pivoted away.
There's one team fan base that will have diehards no matter what. It's the Shopify fan base.
Okay.
I swear to God, and there are some, of course, 100 Thief fan base. So they're pretty kind of rabid when it comes to it. So there's when a lot of people said, I called it, but that was from the gut. That wasn't from here. But honestly, no, Shopify looked insane.
What was the biggest surprise, aside from the 3-0, about why it happened?
I mean, I think like what Palafox was mentioning in the interview, I think that as the series was progressing, they felt more and more confident. And I feel like even game 3, it was just a stomp. It was just a matter of the time of how are they going to finish it, right? But I felt like the series, they just get more confident. They were playing with more confidence, and B-Boy popping off in all 3 games. I just feel like he was playing really well too.